Hey guys, this is a beginner to intermediate guide on how to get Pirate Legend. If you are quite experienced in the game, this is probably not going to be helpful for you. But if you're still learning about the game, this guide will help you get to Pirate Legend a little bit more successfully. Let's first talk about the requirements of being a Pirate Legend. To be a Pirate Legend, you need to have level 50 or rank 50 reputation with the Gold Hoarders, the Order of Souls, and lastly, the Merchants Alliance. Now, your first goal when you join the game is to get all of these factions to reputation rank 15. Once you get to reputation rank 15, you can unlock the emissary license, which is going to cost you 20,000 gold. So once you get reputation rank 15, you can go to either the Gold Hoarders, the Order of Souls, or the Merchant Alliance and buy a emissary license. And you can use the table near each of them over here, as you can see with this emissary thing, so you can raise the emissary flag so you can get rewards for that. You'll also be buying voyages from these people here. Now, there are two ways that people level up to become a Pirate Legend or level up their reputation rank. The first style is mainly by yourself, just kind of playing the game at a slow pace while you're learning it. The other way a lot of people do is they bring in somebody who's already a Pirate Legend with rank 50 plus or even like 40 plus for each of the factions, and you can do their voyages, which will give you a whole lot more loot. Now, to help you understand how you get reputation rank as fast as possible, it really depends on what you're selling. So when you're selling things that sell for a lot of gold, you generally get a similar amount of experience for that rank, that reputation. Of course, this means you need to sell high value items or just sell a bunch of items. So you need to get a whole lot of items to sell. Now, one of the best ways to do this is by doing world events like the skulls in the sky, any kind of like picture in a cloud in the sky. This one over here is a fort. The skull always leads to a fort where you basically fight waves of skeletons, and at the end of the thing, they'll drop like a key that you can use underneath the fortress, the main building, to open up a door with a bunch of treasure. The problem with this, however, with most of the world events, is that you're going to get robbed almost like 8 times out of 10, because every time a skull or something disappears out of the sky, there's always a reaper who's going to come along and try to steal your loot. So if you want to try it, you can. Just note that it's going to be very difficult, especially if you are a new player. This is especially true for like the Ashen Winds, Flame Hearts, or even any of the fortresses, the skulls that you can see in the sky, because there's going to be a bunch of players all around the server trying to do the same thing, and it's easier if they wait for you to finish it and take all the loot that you gathered. So I don't mean to discourage you from any of those high-end world events, just know that if you need to be okay with losing all your stuff, because it can get really disappointing when you get like everything robbed from you multiple times. So what I do suggest is actually fighting skeleton sloops or skeleton galleons if you have a bigger crew like a brig or a galleon yourself. These are a good way to get a variety of different types of loot for each of the 3 factions: Gold Hoarders, Order of Souls, or the Merchant Alliance. It's also very possible to hunt Megalodon, so when you see a Megalodon, go after it. So when you see skeleton sloops, megalodons, always turn around and go destroy those, because it's just free, easy loot of various kinds to level up your reputation rank, especially early on in the game. You do need to know that these skeleton sloops and megalodons are quite random, but they won't usually spawn when you're next to or near other islands. One tip that I can give you to help you save time is use your harpoon effectively to pick up loot instead of swimming in the water picking up one by one by one. Make sure you be effective and just drag everything on as quickly as you can. So while I do suggest the skeleton ships and the megalodons, they don't always spawn, so what you should do in the meantime is always do some voyages, either for one of the factions. I either do the digging one, the skeleton one, or the lost shipment one, which is obviously for the Merchant Alliance, where you basically have to do a various sort of things. For the Merchant Alliance, the reason why I do like doing the lost shipment one is because it follows a simple path from one outpost to another usually, which is quite convenient because most of the loot you get, you actually end up getting at the other outpost, and you're able to sell almost immediately. And once you find the key and several things, you can actually get a bunch of stuff. All you basically do is look out for birds in the sky and jump in the water and catch all the loot, or find the ship once you get near the end of the trail. And it's important to use your key because you will find the sunken ship. Now, I don't really need to explain to you why you should do this, because, I mean, just look in this room, guys. Just look how much treasure is in this freaking room. Yeah, that's a lot of reputation rank that you can get there. Now, while you're finding all these things and doing various things like killing skeleton ship, megalodons, touching treasure like this, you'll see your emissary grade will actually go up. So we reached grade 5. Now, what this means is we get a huge bonus on the loot that we sell. We actually get 250% of the original value. So when you sell something, you're going to get 150% extra on the actual sell price that like treasure item sells for. Now, the reason why this is so good is because once you're at grade 5, you actually get a lot more gold. And not only gold, because you're selling for a lot more, you're getting a lot more faction rank. You're actually getting more rank because your grade is higher. So you kind of want to keep as much loot as you can for when you're grade 5. The problem is also there will be Reapers hunting you because you have a grade 5 flag as well, especially since PvP is encouraged in the Sea of Thieves. You know, it's okay to get your loot robbed from you. You're probably going to rob loot from other people in the future as well. I mean, it's going to happen. My general tip here is to play it safe. Make sure you sell at rank 5 as often as you can because that's going to be your biggest increase. It's also a very good idea to play with friends. Because the main goal, like I said here, is to get from level 0 to 50 as quick as possible. Once you're done with your game, you can actually trade in your rank 5 flag at the same place where you got the emissary flag, and you can get 5,000 gold just for trading it back. So earlier I said I suggest doing the Order of Souls faction first, especially early on in the game, because this is the best way to get gold, and it's quite convenient and easier because all you have to do is hunt down skeletons and kill them. Whereas Gold Hoarder voyages are a little bit more complicated and require a lot of like thinking, puzzle solving, you know, there's maps of locations. If you're new to the game, it might take you a while till you can really orientate yourself with like what island are you looking at, how do you find the X on the map, how do you solve these riddles, and so on and so forth. So in general, to explain the three factions, the Merchant Alliance is very like, you know, looking after loot, treasure, delivering it from one place to the other. The Order of Souls is basically about killing skeletons and finding them, which is a lot more fun in my opinion for a new player to play. I definitely, when I played and I like leveled up for the first time, I went Order of Souls all the way. I do not regret it. It was the most fun. Finding captains and killing them was a lot more interesting than trying to look all over an island for an X marks the spot for a treasure chest that sells for only 100 gold. Now, the ultimate tip I can give you is if you want to get as far as possible, I do recommend joining other groups. You can either use the looking for group function, which is on Xbox by default, or on your computer, you can hit the Windows key and G while you're in your Sea of Thieves game, and you can actually find groups using the looking for group like widget that's over there. And you can either start your own group saying, listen, we're trying to raise rank or reputation for this, and you can get somebody who's higher level to give you better voyages and help you along in the game and get better loot a lot more frequently, since you need loot that sells for more, because the more gold you get, the more reputation rank you get, and the more reputation rank you get, the quicker you get to Pirate Legend. Now, once you reach rank 50 for all three of those merchant alliances, you can go to the mysterious stranger at any tavern, and you can speak to him, and this will be the beginning of your Pirate Legend adventure. The coolest thing about Pirate Legend is that you get to actually, in the tavern, play a song and open up a staircase in the ground that goes to a Pirate Legend area. This will also be the location where you unlock the Athena's Fortune faction that you can earn reputation with. And of course, you unlock a whole bunch of Pirate Legend cosmetics that you can purchase that cost a lot more gold than everything that you're used to, but only Pirate Legends can purchase these, so you can deck yourself out in some really cool stuff and unlock some really cool things as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. I do hope you have a good grind. It will take a while if you're an average casual player. It does take some time to eventually unlock. But if you keep working on it, you will definitely get there, and thank you so much for watching the video.